Former U.S. President Donald Trump has stepped into Japan's political spotlight by publicly endorsing conservative heavyweight Sanae Takaichi, often dubbed Japan's Iron Lady, in the final stretch before Sunday's closely watched election, a move that has energized her supporters, sharpened debate within Japan's ruling circles, and underscored the increasingly globalized nature of modern political endorsements. Takaichi, a veteran lawmaker known for her hawkish security views, strong nationalist rhetoric, and advocacy for a tougher stance toward regional rivals, has long cultivated a reputation as one of the most ideologically resolute figures in Japanese politics, and Trump's backing plays directly into that image. In a statement circulated among conservative media and amplified online, Trump praised Takaichi as a fearless leader, committed to strength, sovereignty, and common-sense patriotism, drawing parallels between her platform and his own America First agenda, while arguing that Japan needs a leader willing to challenge entrenched bureaucracy, confront security threats head-on, and defend traditional values. The endorsement arrives at a moment of heightened uncertainty for Japan, as voters weigh economic pressures, demographic decline, energy policy, and an increasingly complex security environment shaped by North Korea's missile program, China's assertiveness in the East China Sea, and the ongoing recalibration of U.S. Japan relations. For Takaichi, Trump's support offers both opportunity and risk. It galvanizes conservative voters who admire his confrontational style and skepticism of multilateralism, but it also gives ammunition to rivals who warn against importing polarizing politics into Japan's consensus-driven system. Takaichi's allies have welcomed the endorsement as validation of her leadership credentials on the world stage, arguing that it highlights her capacity to engage forcefully with Washington and to negotiate from a position of strength, particularly on defense cooperation, supply chain resilience, and technological competition. Critics, however, contend that Trump's involvement could alienate moderates and independents, especially those wary of transactional diplomacy or concerned about maintaining Japan's careful balance between alliance commitments and regional diplomacy. The Iron Lady moniker, which evokes comparisons to Britain's Margaret Thatcher, has followed Takaichi throughout her career, reflecting her uncompromising stances on constitutional revision, expanded defense spending, and a more assertive national identity. Trump's endorsement amplifies that branding, casting the election as a choice between bold conservatism and cautious continuity. Analysts note that while foreign endorsements rarely decide Japanese elections outright, they can shape narratives in the final days, influence turnout among energized bases, and frame media coverage in ways that linger beyond the vote. The timing is particularly striking, coming as Japan debates reforms to its post-war security posture and grapples with inflationary pressures that have tested household budgets and business confidence. Takaichi has campaigned on promises to strengthen deterrence, invest in advanced technologies, and pursue economic policies she says will restore growth without sacrificing sovereignty, themes that resonate with Trump's praise for decisive leadership and skepticism of globalized orthodoxies. Opponents counter that her approach risks isolating Japan diplomatically and complicating ties with key partners, warning that rhetoric borrowed from populist playbooks could undermine stability at home and abroad. Within Washington, reactions to Trump's endorsement have been mixed, reflecting broader divisions over America's role in Asia and the legacy of his presidency. Some see alignment with Takaichi as a sign of continuity in hardline deterrence, while others caution that personalized endorsements can blur institutional relationships that have long anchored the U.S.-Japan alliance. As Sunday's election approaches, the spotlight on Takaichi intensifies, with rallies, interviews, and debates dissected for signals about her governing style and priorities. Whether Trump's backing proves a decisive boost or a complicating distraction will be tested at the ballot box, but its impact is already evident in the heightened stakes and sharper contrasts defining the race. Beyond the immediate outcome, the episode illustrates how domestic politics are increasingly intertwined across borders, as leaders and movements borrow symbols, slogans, and support from ideological allies abroad. For Takaichi, embracing the endorsement reinforces her image as a leader unafraid to court controversy in pursuit of a clear agenda. For Japan's voters, it adds another layer to a consequential decision about the country's direction at a time of rapid change. As the campaign enters its final hours, the question is not only who will win on Sunday, but what kind of leadership Japan wants, and how openly it is willing to welcome the influence of global political figures in shaping that choice.